Hey guys, welcome back. And today we will learn about if statements in JavaScript. What are if statements in JavaScript? If statements in JavaScript executes a block of code if the argument behind it is true. To write an if statement, first write the word if, lowercase. Then write a set of parentheses. You will write your argument inside the parentheses. For now, my argument is already true, but it can be 1 plus 1 or anything for that matter. After your argument, please make sure to write a set of curly braces. It is a must. Your program will not work without it. Inside the curly braces, go to the next line and write whatever you want. I will just write a simple console log function. Notice how the console log function is inside the parentheses. It should be like that. Here I have a simple code involving an if statement. We will check if our argument 1 plus 1 is 2. If it is true, we will print a text on the console. Since 1 plus 1 is indeed 2, the argument is true. So the console log function should be executed and we should see our text on the console. Before proceeding, if you are wondering why we are using two equal signs, then I have an answer for you. In JavaScript, a single equal sign assigns a value to a variable, while a set of double equal signs checks if two things are the same. Since we are learning about if statements, we should also know that there are other statements like the else if and the else statement. The else if statement is the alternative for an if statement. It will check other possibilities only if the initial if statement is false. Otherwise, it will be ignored. What is the difference between if and else if? The main difference is that the else if statement is ignored if its initial if statement is true. But if we are using two if statements, both will run if both are true. And last, we have the else statement. The else statement is the last resort if none of the previous statements were true. We don't need any argument behind an else statement. And like the else if statement, the else statement will also be ignored if a previous statement is true. Here, since none of the statements before it were true, the else statement will run, and we will see I don't know on the console. All right, review time. Number 1, if statements only executes a block of code if the argument after it is true. Number 2, else if statement is an alternative to an if statement, but if the initial if statement is true, it will be ignored. And finally, the else statement is the last resort. It will only execute if none of the statements before it are true. That's it for today's video. Like and subscribe to help the channel. Thanks for watching.